Guys, you won't believe this. Seriously, grab a drink. Settle in. I need to get this off my chest. This isn't old news. This just happened. I'm still reeling. I'm Sarah, and my world just fell apart. It all started with a click, not a big bang. Just a tiny scary sound. A message notification on Alex's phone. It was face down on his nightstand. He was asleep next to me, calm, breathing slowly. He didn't know. He had no idea about the digital nightmare glowing there. My heart. It was beating so fast, like a drum solo in my chest. I knew it. Deep in my gut, I knew this was bad. That chilling feeling, you know. My hand shook when I reached for it. My fingers were over the screen. I already felt sick. And there it was. Boom. A punch to the stomach. A photo, so clear, so sickening. My Alex was close to another woman, Chloe. They were in a hotel room. I knew it. My stomach hurt. And the text, it was just awful. Your husband is mine now. You're just his old habit. The air just left my lungs. Gone. My phone fell to the floor. It bounced once. Then silence. Loud crushing silence. But that picture, it was burned into my mind. His smile. That same smile he gave me. Now it was on his face. For her. Chloe. Her name echoed. Cold and sharp. I swear the fear spread through my veins. Like ice. You remember Chloe from college? She had a certain vibe. Always around guys who were already taken. Like a dark star, I always kept my distance. But Alex, my Alex, how did he get caught? Everything felt wrong. The quiet sound of the fridge, usually comforting. Now it was a loud roar. Like it was laughing at me. The city outside was a blur. It didn't matter. Only that picture, that text, that burning anger inside me. Only that was real. He came home the next evening, back from his business trip. The smell hit me first. Cheap hotel soap, some sweet heavy perfume. He looked tired. Yeah, a bit red in the eyes. But he had a new look, guarded, like he was hiding something big. He saw me, sitting on the sofa. A bottle of our anniversary whiskey was on the coffee table, half empty. My eyes stayed on him. I didn't move. He coughed. Rough trip, Sarah. Long flights. His voice was too normal, too forced. It hurt every nerve. Rough trip. My voice sounded strange, like it wasn't mine. Hollow, not connected to me. Or maybe a very intimate one. My hand shook. I pointed to my phone. It was still face down on the floor. His eyes went to it. His face went blank. So blank, so scary. The color left his face. He looked pale. Then he looked at me again. For a second I saw it. Anger. Like I was the one who did something wrong. Can you believe that? Why, Alex, the words broke out of me. Raw, angry. They tasted like ashes, like being betrayed. After all these years, after everything, that question just hung there, heavy. 10 years. 10 years of my life. My strong loyalty, my youth. I gave it all to him. All the quiet nights, the plans we made, the comfy routines, our quiet understanding. It all just disappeared. Just like that. He took a deep, shaky breath. Then he said it. The words were cold, sharp, like broken glass. You're boring, Sarah. Every single word was a hammer hitting my heart, breaking everything I was. Chloe makes me feel alive. Alive. The word just echoed. Hollow. Empty. In our home. So I was just living. A habit. An old boring habit. And she, the woman in that picture, the one who sent those bad words, she was life. In that moment my world didn't just shake. It broke into a million tiny pieces. Pieces I couldn't fix. My mind, usually so clear, so logical, it felt cloudy, suffocated. But through that pain, one thought became clear. Strong like a rock. There was no going back from this. Our life together was broken. Forever. My choice was quick, strong. It came from a pain so deep. I couldn't even cry. I would not be his habit. I would not be his safe place. Not while another woman was his passion. The next morning, my hand was steady, even though I was shaking inside. I called a lawyer, and that, my friends, is how my story officially ended. Or I thought so. The real terrible truth. It was still hiding. The silence that came next was mine. It was empty, yeah, but it was also strong. The divorce? Just a blur of papers. Quiet talks with Maya. Endless nights looking at the ceiling. The ceiling of a house that felt too familiar, but also totally strange. But Alex's words, "You're boring," they just stuck. Like a cruel splinter. Was I really that dull? Did I miss something important in myself? The me who sat across from that divorce lawyer, my hands were tightly closed. I was a person completely empty, trying to make sense of my pain now. With a past I was now questioning, how could I have been so blind? This question, like a soft whisper in my mind, bothered me for weeks after Alex's cold words. To really understand why I was so shocked, you have to know the start. You see, Alex wasn't just any guy, he was the guy. He chased me for 10 years, a whole decade. Can you even imagine? It feels like another life, a story from a younger, softer me, who still believed in big romantic acts, in strong, endless love. I was 24 when Alex started, just finished college, very shy, completely focused on my new accounting job. I liked routine. Honestly, I was happy in my quiet world, numbers and logic. Alex, he was 2 years older, worked in a different part of the company, full of charm, and this strong never give up hope. He saw me, really saw me, in a way not many others had. He first asked me out at the company picnic, under an old oak tree. He had a shy smile. I said no politely. I'm not really looking for anything right now, Alex, I said. My voice was so soft. He just smiled, a truly nice, kind smile, and said, "That's okay, Sarah. I'm a patient man. I can wait." And wait, he did. He asked me out again, and again, and again, not in a creepy way, never demanding, just with a quiet, strong consistency. It was truly amazing. 9 times. Over 10 years, he offered coffee, dinner, movies, long walks in the park. 9 times. I gently, regularly said no. Not because I didn't like him, not because I thought he was not good looking. It was just, my heart, it's careful. It doesn't get easily moved. I had dated other people, sure, short relationships. They never stuck. Like gentle rivers that flowed by, without leaving a mark. I was always true to myself, true to my feelings, which were rarely strong enough for deep love. I wasn't playing games. I was just reserved, like a deep well that took time to fill, a difficult math problem that needed careful thought. And Alex, it seemed, was happy to wait, happy to slowly add to that well, drop by patient drop. Then came the 10th time, Valentine's Day. I was 34, still a bit like an old soul, maybe a little wiser, more open to the world, less afraid of the unknown. We were at the Daily Grind, our favorite small coffee shop. You know it, mixed chairs, that amazing smell of roasted beans, soft-talking sounds. We'd been going there for years, just as friends, sharing quiet moments, over warm cups of tea. I remember holding that warm cup, the soft light from the window, feeling happy. Then suddenly the door chimed, and in walked our families, Maya, his closest friends, a whole group of smiling faces. My heart just beat so fast. Before I could understand what was happening, he got down on one knee, a small box covered in velvet. He started talking about his strong love, his 10 years of waiting, a future he couldn't think of without me. He wasn't just asking me to marry him. It was a big public promise, proof of his strong love. The coffee shop cheered loudly. Tears came to my eyes. How could I say no to that? To such honest feelings. To a man who had loved me so strongly, so openly, for so long, who had waited with such strong belief. I said yes. And in that moment, standing there, with everyone cheering, and cameras flashing, I truly believed I was saying yes to the most honest man, the most steady man I would ever know. I believed he was my destiny. 2 years into that marriage, that perfect song started to sound wrong. The first bad note came at Alex's company Christmas party. Among the bright lights and forced smiles, she was there. Chloe, my old college classmate, the one I always stayed away from, the one with that story, whispers of being a sugar baby, a clear interest in men with wedding rings. My stomach felt tight. What was she doing here? Alex introduced her casually. New coworker, big project consultant. Her smile was a little too wide, her eyes a little too bright. I put on a professional smile, but inside, a tiny uneasy knot started to form. I told myself it was nothing. Of course, just a work thing, a chance meeting. Oh, if only I had seen the dark threads, already coming into our lives, even then, hidden by polite smiles and innocent introductions. The truly bad part wasn't the open cheating. Not at first. It was the slow, almost invisible breaking down of everything I thought I knew. About Alex, about us. And behind it all, I see now was Chloe, like a puppet master, pulling strings I didn't even know were there. Her methods, scarily exact. A perfect lesson in mind games. Maya later helped me put it together. Chloe started by getting into Alex's work life. She showed herself as smart, like him, driven, like him. She talked about work, about goals, about moving up the company ladder. Things Alex knew I, the quiet accountant, didn't talk about much, not at his level. It was a small wedge, driven skillfully between us, making a smart gap where there was none before. She made herself seem very important, not just for his projects, but for his ego. And then the poison, given slowly, in small, almost unseen amounts. "Sarah is sweet," Alex would tell me Chloe said to him. Her voice was smooth, like silk, full of fake sympathy. But too safe, too plain. She never really pushed you. "You have so much more potential." Oh, the absolute nerve of her. Safe. Plain. Was that all I was? After giving all my quiet, honest love to him, after pouring everything into our life, Chloe knew exactly what Alex wanted, what he secretly felt bad about. She found his hidden doubts, his desire for something more, something exciting, something beyond the calm comfort of our home. She made me seem like a burden, the one holding him back, a cozy weight stopping him from truly flying high. Then she twisted the knife deeper, quietly, but powerfully, into how he saw our past. Back in college, she dated other guys before giving you a chance. Maybe you were never her first choice. She wasn't lying. Exactly, I had dated other people before Alex. But how she said it, what she meant, it was pure poison. It put doubt in his mind, making him question if I was really serious when I said yes. After his 10 years of chasing me, she used his own past weaknesses, his long wait, against me, saying his amazing patience was just a backup plan, a sad prize. Alex, I truly believed he was so steady, so strong, but he just drank her words. Like a thirsty person drinking poisoned water, he started seeing me through her eyes, through the story she made up. I became the safe zone, the normal, comfortable place he could go back to, but never really grow in, never reach his big imagined future. Chloe, on the other hand, was the passion zone, the exciting, dangerous, attractive woman, who understood what he wanted, who challenged him, who made him feel, as he cruelly said, alive. His work trips became more often. His excuses were more detailed. I remember accidentally seeing that text from C on his phone. "Can't wait for Tuesday. Kisses." It sent a shiver through me. But I told myself it was nothing. I held on to my denial. Surely it was just a harmless flirt, a work joke, anything but the truth. He started to see our quiet evenings, our meals together, my gentle love, not as comfort, but as dull routine. My shy nature, once something he liked, became boring. My steady job, plain. The man who once got on his knee and promised his endless love now saw me as a problem. To his unclear, Chloe-fueled potential, it was a slow, painful thing to watch. To feel the distance grow, the close feeling die, replaced by a cold, empty space between us. It was like watching a beautiful painting, slowly getting ruined, each brushstroke hurting, the bright colors fading, the small details smeared, and the artist of this ruin was Chloe. I truly thought then that losing him was the worst pain, the biggest betrayal. But what I didn't know yet was that Chloe's web reached far past our marriage, a scary truth about her real nature, and a bitter ending for Alex. The ink on the divorce papers was almost dry, but the weight that lifted from my shoulders, it felt huge. It was an empty freedom. Yeah, a harsh, painful emptiness, but freedom anyway. The year that came after, it was a strange mix, quiet healing and planned rebuilding. I put myself into work, finding comfort in the clear patterns of numbers, the sure feeling of a balanced book. I started old hobbies again, found peace in long walks along the river, feeling the cool wind on my face, connecting with parts of myself I had forgotten. During all those years for Alex, Maya was there, my true rock, a quiet, steady friend, a listening ear, a shoulder to cry on, never judging, just supporting. She helped me paint our small house again, getting rid of all the sad memories, turning it into a safe place just for me, a place where I could finally truly breathe. It was during this calm time that Maya, driven by a strong need to protect me, started looking into things. She quietly used her contacts, putting together whispers and stories from our college days, checking names, following clues I would never have thought to follow. She even talked to some guys from our old group who had money problems after college. What she found out was shocking. It sent chills through me. A bad pattern. It showed Chloe in an even darker, smarter light. Chloe wasn't just someone who broke up homes. She was a professional, a master of tricks, a sugar baby who used vulnerable men, often married men, for years. Maya found proof. Guys who were caught in bad public problems because of her. Their lives and good names ruined. Others Maya found lost all their money. Their businesses crashed. Because of debts Chloe cleverly made them take. She was good at finding men like Alex, who had something to lose, and then taking it all away, leaving them empty and broken. She was like a parasite, a hunter, a very cruel creator of ruin. Alex wasn't the first, and he definitely wouldn't be the last. Then 1 year after the divorce, my phone. It had been silent from Alex for months, but it vibrated. An unknown number. My heart jumped. A mix of fear and strange interest. A small hurt part of me, deep inside, still wondered if he would ever feel bad. If the man I had loved for so long was truly gone. I answered, and it was him, Alex. His voice was thin, weak, almost impossible to recognize. The cold way he talked before was gone. Instead, his voice sounded desperate, pathetic, almost like a child asking for help. "Sarah," he spoke, his voice breaking, barely a whisper. It's Alex." I just stayed silent, listening, waiting. There was no happiness in his sadness, only a quiet, tired understanding of how fast things can change. "She stole everything from me, Sarah," he continued, words pouring out. A desperate story. "She used all my credit cards, borrowed money using my name, got me fired from my job. I'm $50,000 in debt now. I need help. Please, Sarah, you're the only one I can ask." His desperation was so clear. His voice was raw, full of real fear. The man who called me boring and found life with another woman. Now he was at the bottom, left with nothing, by the very woman he chose over me. The irony, oh, I understood it completely. It was a sad, clear song of bad choices, playing just for me. My mind played back his cold words, the intimate pictures, his 10 years of supposed love. Breaking at the first temptation, a deep calm came over me, a peace born from hard-earned lessons. There was no anger left, no bitter feelings, just a deep, tired wisdom. My voice, when I spoke, it was steady, no emotion, like a cool, clear river, cutting through his desperate plea. "You made your choice, Alex," I said. Every word was heavy with the truth of what he did. "Live with your consequences. Goodbye." And with that, I hung up. And then, without thinking even a second, I blocked his number. The story chapter was truly finally completely closed. Forever. This whole mess. It was a trip I never asked for, a path full of heartbreak and losing hope, with the bitter taste of betrayal. But it was also the moment I truly understood. The deep power in choosing yourself. It's that moment you see. Some loves, even those that chase you for a decade, they can break at the first easy chance. And when they fall hard. And when they do, your job is not to catch them. Your job is to know your own strength, to keep your head up, to gather the broken pieces of your life, and to just keep walking. It's about building again, not just a house, but a life, a future, on stronger ground, stronger than any quick love. It's about finding a peace that nothing outside can ever break. So my question for you, Lamo English fam, what's the biggest betrayal you've ever faced? And how did you find the strength to move on? Tell your stories in the comments below. Let's learn from each other. Please subscribe for more stories, and hit the like button if this helped you.